KASACO Media, tunaangazia maisha, tunaandika kesho.
Discussion on putting together the assets for Africa, I think, is very, very critical, and probably this will be the right time. It has already been said that we will be coming out of many, many conflicts that have become in series, COVID, Ukraine and Russia, and now the Middle East. Africa is not in short of assets, but then by design, they have actually only been designed to benefit the country and the global market, not for the continent. Going forward, that discussion has to continue and see what best we could do. So both in terms of availability of oil, petrochemical products, fertilizers and others, this could always be available within the continent through the Continental Free Trade Area. There has been, of course, one of the key elements of this discussion will be on fiscal responses on the conflict. And for Tanzania, we've been a little bit careful, exactly for the reason not to be seen as panicking, but again, monitoring the unfolding of the situation on a daily basis. So there has also been coordination between ourselves, Ministry of Finance, and key ministries like Ministry of Energy, to what extent that the extra cost can be absorbed by the market, not necessarily government forego its revenue.
It's important to register that this is a crisis that affects the whole world. Africa's closest partners, whether it's Europe or indeed the rest of the world, everyone is affected. So in terms of really getting the attention and support for our own development, that is arrested right now, and we should not be expecting a huge amount of support from external actors for the continent now. What that means is that we start to shift, as Hanan was saying in the presentation, to looking at domestically what Africa can do for itself. It's a wake-up call for the continent. We need to now put forward a very strong, through the African Union, a very strong and clear program on how this continent, this region becomes more economically independent, how we depend less on the outside world, because value chains, global value chains don't like Africa, whether it's COVID or Ukraine or even the problems brought on by climate. Every time these global crises happen, the continent bears the brunt of it because we're so dependent. Fuel, fertilizer, and yet we have the capability to do local production.
You as finance ministers and our leaders have work to do. Movement within this continent is still challenging. So can we not look at this crisis as a reason for us to ensure that we open up our borders for our neighbors so that goods can come in and out of this continent from within this continent? Dangote in Nigeria, that has built one of the largest oil refineries in the region, complains that it takes him about 32 visas to travel around the continent. This is something within our reach, and then we can act on it. So I'm hoping that the next publication of the Open Visa Index, all countries will be scoring excellent, because we are reacting to the geopolitical fragmentation, now telling us that relying on global value chains is not sustainable. Uncertainty and volatility has become the new normal. So let's do that, because we can do it.
And what is the most important for us to keep the confidence, because what's important is to continue the path of the I would say structural investment we are doing, because we choose the renewable energy. We are not there yet, but we need to continue the investment. We need to continue to diversify the economy. So we need the business, I would say, to find solution, to have some visibility, and this is very important for us. So coming back to our collective, I would say, action, because I think what we are doing now is that we are managing the shocks locally in each country, but I think if we do it collectively, it's very important. So maybe two points, not to be too long. The first one is this supply matter. I think if something needs to be done with the continental financial institution, is to be done today.
KASACO Media, tunaangazia maisha, tunaandika kesho.